Hello, this is a video over writing algebraic expressions and equations. We started this in class on Thursday, and we will continue going over this information today by using this video. So yesterday you looked at the information that is presented on the screen. We talked about word phrases and writing those expressions. So we have, for addition, a number plus 5, the sum of a number and 5, and 5 more than a number, all equal the expression n plus 5. For subtraction, subtract 11 from a number, the difference of a number and 11 less than a number, all mean the expression x minus 11. When we look at multiplication, 3 multiplied by a number and the product of 3 and a number means the expression 3 times m, or 3m. For division, 7 divided into a number, or a number divided by 7. So we have a divided by 7 or a divided by 7 with a division symbol. Remember, fractions show division in our equation problems or our expressions. So we're going to continue and do some more practice with expressions. Remember that an algebraic expression contains only numbers, symbols, and variables. It sometimes is referred to as a variable expression. So we look for number, operation, and a variable in algebraic expressions. So we have 3 that we are going to look at for these examples. The product of 3 and x is 3 times x. The sum of m and 8 is m plus 8. And the difference of r and 2 is r minus 2. Please make sure these get into your notes so that you have good examples to look at as we continue on with our lesson for today. So you may pause your video if you need to, so that you have the opportunity to get this information in your notes. So now we're going to look at some more examples. So when I look, I have translating word phrases into math expressions. So remember, it says write an algebraic expression for each word phrase, copy the phrase into your journal, and write the expression beneath it using numbers and variables. So A says 9 less than a number w. Your key word is less than. That tells us subtraction. And it says our variable to use is w. So when we write our expression, we would have w minus 9. For B, it says 3 increased by the difference of p and 5. So we have increased by and difference of, 2 separate operations. So we have to find the difference of p and 5. Those will be grouped together for subtraction. And increased by means add. So we have 3 plus, in parentheses, p minus 5, containing both parts of our mathematical expression that we have translated into words. So please make sure that you get these examples copied into your journal. Please pause if you need to do so. Now we're going to look at a couple of more examples. A says 88 times the difference of h and 4. So times obviously tells us we are going to be multiplying the difference of h and 4. So remember, difference means subtraction. So we are going to subtract h minus 4. And we have put that in parentheses because those terms are grouped together. Then we are going to multiply that by 88. So I have 88 times, in parentheses, h minus 4. B says the quotient of a number f and 6. So that tells us the 2 things that we need to be dividing because quotient means division. So you can write f divided by 6 with a division symbol, or remember that you can write division also as a fraction, f divided by 6. Make sure you pause and get these examples copied into your notes as well. Okay, we're going to be looking at equations next, so let's go ahead and get started with looking at our equations. The only difference between an expression and an equation, remember, is that equal sign. Equations contain an equal sign. So our first example says 6 less than a number is 18. So less than tells us that we are subtracting. Remember, when we see the word is, that is our equal sign. So 6 less than would be any variable, and we have chosen n for our example. So n minus 6, and that is equal to 18. For B, the quotient of 7 and a number is 28. Remember that quotient means division. So we are going to be dividing our variable n by 7, and the resulting answer is 28. And remember, when you see is, that means equals. So you may pause, record these into your journal as you work so that you have good examples to go by. We already learned how to solve these one-step equations that we have written. If you would like some practice, then you can work to solve these equations as well in your journal. Next, we are going to be looking at some word problems. So again, if you need to pause here before we look at our word problems, please do so. Right, our first word problem says Robin had some video games. When she bought 4 more games, Robin now has 10 video games. So if you can see, we have boxed in the important information for this problem. So some video games is the amount that we don't know. That's where we use our variable g. Then it tells us she bought 4 more. Well, that 4 more means we are going to be adding. And it now says Robin has 10, so that would be our total. So if we pull each part, we are going to be putting it together to represent G, the amount of video games that we don't know how many she started with, but then she added 4 more video games. And when she did that, that gave her a total of 10 video games. So our equation is G plus 4 equals 10. So you can try to find out how many video games Robin started with, and that should be pretty easy for you to get the answer to. So please pause here, record our our word problem, and underline and box in the information that you need to solve this problem. Okay, we're going to have a look at another example, so here we go. It says a company charges $2 for each balloon in an arrangement and a $3 delivery fee. You have $9 to spend. How many balloons can you buy? So again, we have boxed in the important information. They charge you $2 for each balloon. So that would be 2, and the word each is times. And since we don't know how many balloons we are going to buy, we're going to use the variable b. So 2 times each balloon in an arrangement. And so we have some addition, $3 delivery fee. So that is a fee that they will charge you no matter what. So we know that we have $9 to spend, and we want to know how many balloons we can buy for $9. So when we create our equation, it will become 2 times our number of balloons. So that would be represented in our equation as 2b, plus our $3 delivery fee that we have. So 2b plus 3, and the total amount of money we can spend is $9. So our resulting equation is 2b plus 3 equals 9. And you can figure out how many balloons they would be able to buy. So please make sure you pause, complete your notes, and that is our last example that we are completing together.